So let me start and get into it. So first of all, did the Democratic side, the actual voters, start overreacting immediately? Yes, right? From minute one, they were like, that's it. The gulags are coming. They're
Resist.
full-blown Nazis.
Right.
We're going to, they're going to have camps for the Chinese. They're going to camps for this, camps for that,
Right.
etc. And they're absolutely convinced of it. And if I say that, guys, the gulags are less likely, they're like, oh, then you're a collaborator.
Yes, you're right-wing extremist.
Yeah, you're a right-wing extremist. I'm like, no, I live in the reality-based world, as you're about to see in this longer explanation of what's happening, right? So the freak out begins, no question. And I was surprised at the severity of it. And the reason that I didn't see it fully coming is because I stopped watching mainstream media a long time ago.
Right.
And what I didn't realize was that the MSNBCs of the world had become radicalized.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't just online shows with some, radical hosts, etc. It was like Joy Reid and Rachel Maddow, etc., right into the main vein of Democratic voters going, no, they're going to round all of you up, which is actually similar to what Trump and those guys do when they say, oh, when they're going for Trump, they go after Trump because he stole the documents and put him in a Mar-a-Lago bathroom. They're not going after Trump. They're going after you. So you should be really afraid and you should really hate the other side, right?
Right.
And it riles up the hatred and the fear, right?
It's worse than ever, I think.
So I was expecting fear at around, I don't know, 70, 80 on a scale of 0 to 100. And the fear out of the gate was 200.
Yeah.
Out of 100, right?
Yes.
It was unbelievable. So now, having said that, it is not just out of thin blue air, right?
Okay.
So the right wing will be like, they have TDS, Trump derangement syndrome. It's nonsense. It's fabricated. No, wait. There are no gulags right now, so that part is not, yes, right? And here, I'll give you another example of where it's overhyped. So Trump says, I'm going to take some of the undocumented immigrants and I'm going to put them in Guantanamo Bay. Okay, so that's a terrible idea.
I know.
It's a lawless area. That's not the American way, etc. But Joe Biden already had a plan to put undocumented immigrants in Guantanamo Bay.
And the cages were originally Obama's, and Clinton deported 12 million, and Obama deported 3 million, and Trump deported 1 million.
Yeah, no one has deported more than Barack Obama. And that cuts in both directions. For the right wing who thought, oh, the Democrats don't do anything. Wait a minute, Obama deported more than Trump, like way more.
Got it.
Right? And for the Democrats who think deporting people is Nazi, a Nazi thing to do, well, then is Obama 10 times the Nazi Trump is? And Biden did a contract with a private contractor to build that, to reuse that base in Gitmo for undocumented immigrants. So if Trump is a Nazi who's starting that Gitmo gulag, then you have to confess that Joe Biden was the original Nazi who started that gulag, because it's not even Trump's contract, it's Biden's contract to do that facility, or use that facility for that purpose. So those are the two sides. But so are there real things to be concerned about? As it turns out, and this is not surprising to me, and this is why I voted against Trump. Okay, yes. So when Trump says MSNBC should be shut down because they're lying, what is that? That's not freedom of speech. That's cancel culture. So that's saying, hey, I'm a politician, and I'm going to take away your constitutional rights to criticize me. And then the right wing will say, well, no, they shouldn't be allowed to lie. Brother, do you know how often Fox News has lied?
I totally agree. Okay, then I see what you're saying, right? And then I'm going to see you, as though we're playing cards here. I'll see you the taking away of the First Amendment for medical misinformation, which all turned out to be true. It did come from a lab. The mask thing wasn't needed. Ivermectin was relatively effective as a therapeutic for the first strain of COVID. That, to me, was scarier than what you're talking about shutting down MSNBC, which is why I voted for him, not her.
So, yes
but
and no.
But keep going.
No.
Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the podcast, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And make sure to let me know what guests you want to see on in the future.